Welcome to another Malakai World video.
Hi, fellow Malakai. You have decided to create a story. Excellent initiative. Here's how it begins. You're on the landing page, you have logged in, so you're ready to go, and you go into the menu to create story. That link is also available on various buttons around the site. That brings you to this particular page. Now on this page, you have a number of things to fill in. First, of course, you need a compelling title, something that's going to attract readers to your story. If you pick a story title that someone has already picked, it will ask you to pick something else. So don't worry about duplicating anything. You'll be fine. Where does the story take place amongst the different worlds? You may be writing for any of the 6 worlds. Let's pick one for that purpose. If you have been inspired by someone else's work, this is the opportunity to mention them. This is really good to nurture the community and to reference people who have contributed something that have sparked your imagination. So you will have a list of all the active public members. In this case, I'm going to pick a member. After that, you need to come up with a story pitch. This is what people are going to see in the table of stories that appear in any given story world. So you need to give a little bit away, but not too much. You have 100 characters max, so it's going to be fairly short. I'm just going to do a quick example here. If you're using an existing character of the Malakai world, it's very good to mention it here because then people are going to be able to link back to their character page and learn more about that character. Maybe that'll spark some other ideas from them. So pick the one that you feel is most appropriate. You'll be given a list of characters that are from the world that you've picked, so there won't be any confusion there. So for example, if you pick a different world, you'll see that the list of characters available is different. We're going to go with a racing action and a character in there. And from there, you can start typing your story in this box. Now, as you can tell from the instruction text, you have the opportunity to use generative AI to help you write. Now, I don't mean that you should let generative AI replace your writing, but rather help you to get it started. Here's how you would do it. You would go to the chat, and in the chat, click on the Malakai AI Copilot. Let's ask it to write the opening paragraph. So it may take a little bit of time to come back. And the more instructions, the clearer the instructions, the better the result is going to be. You see that the result comes back 200 words as we asked, and it's the opening paragraph of a story. So there's a bit of setting, a little bit of description on the vehicles, and then a split-second decision that goes wrong and a crash. So exactly what we wanted, but it's not enough. So you take this and you paste it into the text box, but from there, rewrite it a little bit. Make it yours. For example, I would cut part of the beginning. I like the crackle of anticipation. I don't think we need something more about tension. I would add that they are drone cars. And instead of describing their bodies, I would talk about the pilots that are driving them. Once you've done that, you're ready to save your story. When you do, you will be taken to an editing page. And at this point, you can either save your story and move on or delete it. And most importantly, you can publish it by clicking on this. And when you do that, you must save it. It'll show you that it has been updated. And from there, you will find your story in My Stories under your members page. There you'll find all of the stories you've done, including the latest one, which is at the top, showing with the creation date. It is published. There are no likes or views yet. And if you click on that, it goes back to the editing page and allows you to make further changes if you want to. If you choose to delete a story, you just press the delete button. It will ask for confirmation, so don't worry if you press it by accident, you can always come back. But if you do, then the story will be deleted, will no longer appear in your lists, nor will it be visible in the stories section of whichever world you picked for your tale. So use it wisely. And as the story is in Racing Action, if you go to the Racing Action page now that you've published it, under Action Stories, your story will show up with the pitch and the creation date, and people will be able to click on it. And when they do, it'll show up as a read-only version, which will have the world it's in, which people can click on to go visit, your pen name as the author. People can click on that and go to your public profile, and the person who inspired you, and they can click that and go to that person's profile. Also, you'll find that it says featuring Mark Gray, who is the character that we picked as the star of this story. If people click on this, it takes them to the page of the character. So that allows you to really showcase your work, other people's work, and to expand the Malakai world in new and exciting ways. I look forward to reading what you're going to come up with, and I hope you enjoy all the tools that are at your disposal. Have fun.